Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda, and please welcome to our Operation Freedom platform, WeThePeopleProcessing.com. You know, are you tired of being threatened to be canceled just because you have a company focused on liberty and freedom? Well, worry no more, folks. WeThePeopleProcessing.com is your go-to merchant services, freedom-based company to provide business service payment solutions. We the People Processing provides their clients a cancel culture-free platform which is domestically based. They provide competitive rates, no contracts with next-day funding, a fully vetted and like-minded financial infrastructure, and full support for integrations, implementation, and e-commerce efforts. Bottom line, WeThePeopleProcessing.com focuses on defending your company's free market growth, values, and future. Check them out at www.WeThePeopleProcessing.com. Once you're on the site, enter in password Operation Freedom or call 855-499-2024. That's WeThePeopleProcessing.com. Then, when on the website, enter Operation Freedom as your password or call 855-499-2024.
Mr. President-elect,
go ahead.
Can you state
She's
categorically?
asking a question.
Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You are
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a
question.
question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to Dave versus the MSM. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. We are available not just on this platform, on YouTube. A new YouTube presentation, actually, we put up every Tuesday at 10 a.m. For those of you not getting notifications, like all of you, right? We are available 24/7 at davejanda.com. We have a tremendous amount of free content. I put up another free video every Tuesday morning, Operation Freedom Briefing, right on the right side of the homepage. We're there for you. And also, we have a tremendous amount. The featured interviews are all free. And then we have, of course, our subscription platform, 30 cents a day for priceless information. Try it for a month. If you don't like it, you can get rid of it, but I'm not sure why. Because we put people months, if not years, ahead of the game. And this is a good example of what we're going to talk about today. The financial deterioration and the criminality of financial markets worldwide. And in particular, the criminality of Bidenomics. Bidenomics equals inflation plus stagnation, actually plus taxation, plus willful incompetence. And that's what we got. And then it translates into supply chain issues. How much are you paying for gas? Yeah. How much you're paying for groceries? How much you're paying for clothes? How much you're paying for rent? How much you're paying across the board? It has everything to do with baby formula shortages. It has everything to do with fertilizer shortages. It's all linked. And it's not by accident. This is what the syndicate wants. Because it wants to take away your freedoms and liberties and future and life. Fact, not hyperbole, fact. They not only don't care about you, those in the government, the one political party, the Republicrats, 99.9% of them in Washington, owned and operated, they don't like you, and they don't want to help you, and won't help you, and they will only hurt you. Fact. And if the past, just look at the past 2.5 years, if that hasn't taught you that lesson, I'm not sure if you'll ever get it. Okay? But you know, the globalists are essentially communists, right? They're communists. I mean, they're fascists, they're communists. But go back, to go Vlad Lenin. Quote, the way to crush the bourgeoisie, that's the working class, you and me, is to grind them between the millstones of taxation and inflation. So when Biden, the lower level puppet, And by the way, Obama's in that category. Clintons are. Obama, right? Clintons, Bushes, Pelosi, Schumer, McConnell, Ryan, Romney, you name it, all of them. 90 to... They're not the high end of the pyramid. I keep telling you this. They're middle-level puppets. Puppets of the syndicate. Now, the banking families above them. Oh, no, that's not right. The banks are okay. Bull. They're criminals. We call them banksters for a reason. Anyone that plays in that sandbox, criminal. Fact. Look at their track record. Joe Biden blames everything but himself for inflation in a speech offering no new solutions. This is from Charlie Spearing. Biden delivered another speech at the White House about inflation, blaming everyone but himself for skyrocketing prices. Biden refused to take responsibility for inflation, arguing his trillions in dollars in government spending in 2021 alone, well, that just helped people. What? Biden then blamed Russian President Vladimir Putin, the coronavirus pandemic, and big corporations for inflation and berated, quote, ultra MAGA, end quote, Republicans for blocking his agenda. Where does like Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin fit in there? Would they block more of his expenditures from occurring? Well, look, he lost people in his own administration on this thing. He's actually lost Jeff Bezos, who's big backer of Biden. Bezos said this, quote, in fact, this administration, the Biden-Harris administration, tried hard to inject even more stimulus into an already overheated inflationary economy, and only Manchin saved them from themselves. Inflation is a regressive tax that most hurts the least affluent. Misdirection by Biden doesn't help the country. No. And even Biden's Secretary of the Treasury, former Fed chairperson, Janet Yellen admits Biden's spending, quote, did feed inflation, end quote. Quote, so look, inflation is a matter of demand and supply, and the spending that was undertaken in the American Rescue Plan by Biden and Harris did feed demand, end quote. And they can't even hide it any longer in their fraudulent government statistics. The Consumer Price Index, CPI, that's what consumers are paying for items. This Consumer Price Index prints hotter than expected. Real wages also tumble for 13th straight month. The CPI printed hotter than expected at 8.3% year over year. Ooh. But it's not just consumers getting hit. U.S. producer prices, what producers pay, rise more than expected. Data suggest persistent inflation in the production pipeline will continue to filter through to consumer prices. In fact, year over year, producer price index was up 11%. And that's the tip of the iceberg. They massage these numbers, but they can't even massaging them. They can't even make them look, oh, okay, not bad. ISM manufacturing disappoints. Here comes the stagnation part. Employment tumbles. Inflation shows no sign of relenting. They released their fraudulent employment statistics, right? This is the first week of every month. Most recent, they expected 391 new jobs, 391,000 new jobs. The number came in at 428,000 new jobs. Whoa! Well, here's a problem, Houston, and here's the problem. There's something called the birth-death model, which are bogus number of jobs they put in. Of the 428,000 new jobs, let's celebrate, 340,000 of them were fake. Kind of like, what Musk and his team exposed with Biden's number of fake followers on Twitter, right? It was 49.3% of Biden's followers on Twitter are fake. Right. So 340,000 of the 428,000 jobs the Biden administration reported this past month were fake. In other words, they were expecting 391,000 new jobs, and there was actually only 88,000 new jobs, and that was bogus. U.S. productivity just crashed by the most since 1947 as labor costs explode. U.S. productivity of workers crashing 7.5% in the first quarter. That's the biggest drop since 1947. And a 5.5% decrease in the first quarter of 2022. So what's their solution? Well, Biden talked about we have to raise corporate taxes, and you saw and you heard I told you Bezos' response: taxation. How's what? But he wasn't the only one. That famed economist Nancy Pelosi. Pelosi, the 2021 version of Marie Antoinette. Let them eat ice cream for her zero sub freezer, right? Okay. Pelosi bashes big oil. It wasn't because the permits have been canceled, right? That's the latest, right? The Biden administration has been holding up, putting out permits and leases, right? There's a mathematical calculation problem. That's what they're saying. Or the fact that he canceled pipelines like the Keystone Pipeline, right? No, the way they're going to solve gas prices ever increasing to the moon. A friend of mine just told me the other day from L.A., $7.29 a gallon, downtown L.A. Pelosi bashes big oil, pitches plan to make gas prices increases illegal. So we're going to tax the corporation. And then what happened when Richard Nixon did this in the 70s? Price freezes. It didn't work out so well. No. From Zero Hedge. Oh, this is brilliant. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi unveiled the Democrats' latest plan, globalist latest plan, to slow the surge in gas prices, and that is top of mind of Americans. Their solution is, drumroll please, excuse me, price controls. So what do? Okay. You need to protect yourself. Okay? One way is you should have some storable food and storable water at home. We have spoken about this on this platform for years. The best company to do that with, I believe, is Numana. Numanna. Numana.com. Dan Brigman. Look at in the archives here on our YouTube channel. A tremendous number of interviews with Dan Brigman talking about this. And Dan has warned us for years this is coming. In addition, the best financial insurance you have to protect yourself in times of economic turmoil, inflation, stagnation, escalating taxes, willful incompetence of the current administration, just as there was willful incompetence of a number of administrations. Remember, I'm old enough to remember Jimmy Carter and what happened in the late 70s. I thought that was bad. This is worse. Because this kook is trying to start World War III on top of it. Okay? If you look at what he said in Russia and what he just said on his trip to the Far East. So, one way to protect yourself financially, best insurance policy, is physical precious metals. Not paper, physical. The company I use and have used for, I've been around 30 years, is Camino, Camino, CaminoCompany.com. Adriana Reed, we do a tremendous number of interviews with her. She's also on the platform. Look in the archives. She's been warning us about this stagflationary environment coming for several years, for a couple of years. She was demonized for speaking about it, but she was right. You can't not count on government or politicians. Look, there's one political party. I've been telling you this for 11 and a half years, since the onset of the radio show Operation Freedom. They're owned and operated by a criminal syndicate. They're not looking out for you. They're making it worse. And you cannot wait for some politician to ride to the rescue. They're not going to be there. It's not going to happen. You have to protect yourself and your family. Food, water, getting out of debt as best you can. And as the financial insurance policy, gold and silver. This is how you weather the storm of Biden-Harris economics. Globalist economics. They are intent on stripping you of your freedoms and your liberties and your hard-earned money, of your future, of your health, and of your life. Take the appropriate steps, and also for your health. Peter Glidden and I have a series right on this YouTube platform, also at davejanda.com, also at operationfreedomhealth.com, on your nutritional well-being, of what you can do from a health and wellness standpoint to protect yourself so you don't have to use the system. It's really important. It's not pie in the sky stuff. It's really critical information. We are providing you all the tools you need to protect yourself. Now, I can't make you do it. I can put it out there. But it's up to you to take the course of action and not wait for 2022 election, 2024 election. Stop it. You have to take control of your future. And you'll do a good job of it. Much better than any political hack will ever do. True. I thank you for your time today. We are available 24/7 at davejanda.com. We hope you'll become part of our Freedom family and subscribe to our subscription service. 30 cents a day for priceless information that is not just months, but years ahead of the globalist constructed curve that lands into a wall that smashes your freedom and liberties. We provide the off-ramp for freedom before you take that curve, hitting that wall. I thank you for your time today. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail. Thanks for your time today. MyShield products are EPA and FDA approved and are proven ready to help you, your family, and your community neutralize COVID, bacteria, viruses, spores, and fungi. The water-based alcohol-free hand sanitizer foam and disinfectants are safe for people, animals, and the environment. Application of the MyShield products has been confirmed by independent studies to provide persistent protection for 28 days on surfaces and for 4 hours on the skin with just one application with a very quick dry time. Check out MyShield products at operationfreedomhealth.com. That's operationfreedomhealth.com.